to episode 71 of the Arya Bark Podcast. My name is Caroline and I'm coming to you today from my home in Fife in Scotland. Happy New Year, everybody. I hope you're well. How's everybody doing? I am stressed and sleep deprived. Getting a puppy was a really good idea. However, we did forget about a lot of stuff. Things are going well. Patch is semi-house trained. He is currently sleeping over there, so we're trying to keep the noise low as not to wake him. You know that saying about waking the beast? That's exactly what he's like. The minute his eyes are open, he's into everything. Examples include he likes ball bands. He likes yarns. And what else does he like? Project bags with cords. Quite partial to them. Zipper pools. Partial to them as well. I think Arya and I will need to be teaching him the ways of how not to behave. You can find me on Ravelry as either Arya Bark or my personal account, which is Sultra. We have our Ravelry group, which is the Arya Bark Podcast. We have an Instagram page, which is Arya Bark Designs. We have a Facebook page that I very rarely update, which is Arya Bark Designs. And we have a Ko-fi page, which is Arya Bark Designs. I will contact winners of previous McLochlainn, of which I cannot remember the name of them. I'm so professional. So professional. This year, I'm going to keep the StashSmash going. Next year, I'm not going to make that an actual for prizes McLochlainn. If you want to join me, fine, fair enough. Just for fun, at the moment, I'm cutting down the McLochlainns at the moment. Well, I'm saying that, I'm cutting down the McLochlainns, I've just started one. But we're about to go into quite a big change, which does mean more prizes. However, my ability to monitor McLochlainns is going to be drastically reduced. I'm going to do one just for fun. So that's StashSmash, because I do that every year. I keep track of my totals. If you're wanting to join me, great. It may at some point go back into being a 4 prizes McLochlainn, but at the moment it's just for fun. It's just for bragging rights of I have knit this much, or in my case showing disappointment because I haven't knit as much as what I wanted. We do have the I can't remember the name of my McLochlainn. I will get the name of that McLochlainn because I did write it down. I got it. I'm doing the ABD Starflake knit along. Now that runs until the 23rd of December. I don't think I said what the prizes were going to be. Well, I haven't got prizes for a start. I'll need to buy the prizes. However, it's a year-long McLochlainn. And it started from the 31st of December last year. It's going to run all year. And it's to make the Starflake. This podcast will probably be called a Stephen West Fest. Because I'm making... I can't be held responsible. Actually, that is a complete and utter lie. Because I need to start a 5th one. But I've not decided on that one yet. It's going to be a brioche one. But I haven't decided on what kind of brioche that I'm going to be doing. Back to the point. Yes, so I don't know if I'm going to do quarterly prizes for... Nope, the word has gone. A thread. That's not the finished object thread. Can't remember that word. So there'll be 2 threads. There'll be the word that I can't remember. Goodness sake. I'm going to have to go into Ravelry now and find out what the thread's called. Char thread! Didn't even have to go into Ravelry. So, after all that, I've probably cut out about half an hour of me trying to remember what the word charter thread was. To win a prize, you do have to be taking part in the make-along. For any make-along that I run, you do have to be an active participant in the make-along to win prizes. There will be a charter thread on Ravelry. There will be it's not really a charter thread, it's more post your pictures and I'll comment and other people can comment on your post. And that is the ABD, no it's not ABD, it's ABP Starflake KAL, which is knit along. That's the progress pictures. There will be, same thing, ABP Starflake FO KAL. And that will be for your finished Starflake. There is no, obviously you have to follow the pattern, let's be honest. There is no preference on whether you do the brioche section or you do the garter section. That's entirely up to you, it's your knitting. I am not the knitting police. And Holy Terror is up. Mr. Patch is here. I'm going to try and keep him here because he has a load of squeaky toys that he keeps trying to squeak. Oh, big yawn. It's a very big yawn from a very small puppy. I love you too. Yeah, so that is the make-along. Usual thing, the StashSmash one will run until the 31st of December. It's to log all your makes and you set your own goal. If it can be measured in metres, it counts. You can do whatever craft you like, weaving, spinning. I'm trying to think what the questions were last year. Partial projects do count, so like blanket squares for cozy memory blankets, like mitered blankets, stuff like that. They count individually. However, you can't count it twice. Let's not cheat. You can't count it twice. So if you do count your squares individually or your rows or whatever individually, you can't then have the individual totals plus the full blanket total as well. Circular knitting machines, they count. Actual knitting machines count. If you can measure it in metres, I don't care. You do you for the crafting. This week we have 2 seconds. If somebody would stop nibbling on my arm, that would be awesome. This week we have coming in, going out, StashSmash whips, and it says lined up. I don't have any lined up because this should have been done last week and I didn't do it. Will you stop nibbling on my top? In this week's podcast, there is just knitting. Yeah, just a whole load of knitting this week. And timestamps for each section can be found in the description box below. For anyone that is worried that Arya's been pushed out, Arya's not been pushed out. Arya's escaped. Arya's currently through with Dad having a nap because being the foster mum of a very small overactive puppy is hard work. Yeah, you tire her out, don't you? Is your favourite stuff coming? Is your favourite stuff coming? So, as promised, I was going to show the yarn from my Yarny corner and my Christmas box. So for the Advent, I did choose to get the main skein for day 25, and this is what it is, and it's stunning. How pretty is that? This is Anticipation by my Yarn Corner. It is 100 grams or 400 meters. It's a 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. It is stunning. I'm having to watch because my sock blocker's there and he does like a chew on that too. Yes, sorry. The cat nearly took his head off. Anticipation. Not 100% sure what I'm going to do with this as yet. There is a couple of patterns that I was thinking about. I love it. Absolutely gorgeous. Now, I'm not a major fan of pink, however, stunning. Apologies. Will you stop licking the tripod? Don't lick the tripod. The Christmas box from my Yarn Corner. Been very good. I've kept, well, I've not been good. All the edibles have been ate. Let's be honest. However, I know that everyone has opened theirs. So, I get to show you. First of all, there's a wee teddy bear. With my Yarny Corner jumper. How cute. I need to do it that side. The light's been a bit dodgy. My Yarny Corner bear. Very, very cute. Will need to keep it out the roady patch. And Danny's favourite saying. Very, very cute. So he can sit up there beside Arya. Right, we'll do the coaster first. Please nothing fuel here. The problem with coasters with me, right, I have a lot of coasters and I have a rather large mug. So my cup does not fit on coasters. However, I'm going to stick a magnet on the back and I'm going to stick it to my desk because that is exceptionally cute. Then we have, I'm eking out the yarn, as you can tell. So cute. Right, so we've got stitch markers. We've got that one, which I love. I can now start using these. Then we have this one, which is absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. And we have a little dice. Love it. So I can now start using them. I think that was all at one there. Is that right? I think it was. And we have how lovely is that bag? And it's got cream inside. It's a lovely sock bag that I will be putting socks into. So that was lovely. Then the yarn. How gorgeous is that? Blown out a wee bit there. How nice is that? Now this is Feel the Magic, which is 120 grams. So you've got your 100 gram main skein and your 20 gram mini, which is a creamy colour, I think. You get 120 grams or 480 metres. So you get your 100 grams and 400 metres main skein and your 20 gram 80 metre mini. They're both 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. I love it. Now, I was thinking, sorry, I have to watch Short Pants is over there. Nope, completely wrong yarn. Where did I put it? You're doing something with them together. I do have a brioche, Stephen West brioche pattern. That could totally work. This, apologies, this could possibly go into a Stephen West. I can't remember what it's called. I think it's called Ferocious Brioches or something. I'll stick a picture in. That, it asks you for 450 grams of 4-ply. There is nothing saying that I can't do 200 grams. And just have it 2 colours. Or I could do something else. I don't know. The money's going to go into my Yarny Corner C2C blanket. And then go into my scrappy projects. What was the word I was looking for? Now I'm going to stick these all back in. So, thank you very much to Danny and Alex. It was stunning. I was very, very excited. There was some tears. Not going to lie. There were some tears. And how cute is he? He can now stay out. I had to hide him. And the box is lovely. I really like that box until Patch put his blooming foot in it. Great. So that was the first one. Next to come in was a Christmas present from my lovely friend Mandy, who very kindly sent me. How big is that project bag? Like seriously, I could wear it as a hat. Actually, I'm pretty sure I could get Patch in that. So this is my penguin bag. I love it. It's got a plain blue lining. It is stunning. Love it to bits. This currently holds my Starflake kit. It's got 4 skeins in it, plus the actual blanket. And spare needles. Normally what I do is I hide the cords by rolling it up, because Patch does like having a chew, and it's got my 4 balls sitting. Obviously I've got spare balls under my desk, but I'm only keeping the 4 that I'm working on in it. It is amazing. I need more bags this size. All my projects are huge. But I'll come back to that later. I also got this. I'm going to stick it this side because obviously Mouse Switch yarns. I'm very excited. Not going to lie. Very, very excited. Mandy has decided to take up dyeing as a business. And I'm not saying that there were discussions going on last night on Zoom about, yes, I'll have that, and I'll have that, yes, please, and an Advent. Yeah. Might sign up for an Advent. Mandy never said she was making an Advent, but I've signed up for one. But that'll come later. This is 400 metres or 100 grams, and it's a fingering weight. It's mine. Absolutely love it. Also got this wee badge, which is going to get put on my project bag, and then there's this gorgeous wee beaded stitch marker that I'm going to use as the progress keeper for my Starflake kit. So thank you very much, Mandy. It is very, very much appreciated. And I don't know what to do with that. I've not quite decided. However, I'm going to sit and cuddle it for a while, as I do with my yarns. I need to sort my yarn out, because I'm now going to need to have boxes available to stick my Yarny Corner and my Mouse Switch stuff into. I may have to do a reshuffle. Next was this gorgeousness from my friend Jane. It's got I'll wrap that right round. Lovely wee. For goodness sake, my arm's getting in the road. Heart. The lining here's shocking. Heart stitch marker. Again, I don't know what I'm going to do it. I've not quite decided. I think, nope, I haven't decided what I'm going to do with this either. Possibly maybe socks, or I don't know. haven't decided. So thank you very much, Jane. It is gorgeous. Puts me in mind Iron Brew. It really does put me in mind Iron Brew. Or it could just be that I'm thirsty. Next was from my friend Heather. Now, where'd that bag go? Constantly have to check his blooming bed for contraband. Right, 2 seconds because I need to go back up. Next is from my gorgeous friend Heather, who spoils me rotten. Can I just say, Heather does spoil me rotten. So, firstly, Heather had asked if I would like these, and it would help if they were the right way around. So, the first one is for the love of yarn. This is colourway Steak Lorn. I'm not going to lie, I do love a Steak Lorn. This is going to be a cowl. Can't remember the name of the cowl. I will stick a picture in. I will put the name up above. Cannot for the life of me remember. Or was it that one that was going to be the cowl? One of them are going to be a cowl. Don't know which one. I think it was this one was going to be a cowl. However, I have been looking for patterns. This is chunky, if I remember rightly. Yeah, 100 grams of merino, chunky. It's 100 metres. And the colourway for this one is Callum. Love that. Think that one was going to be the cowl, if I remember right. So that's that one. And then there's my Steak Lorn, which is 100% merino, single ply. It's 400 metres. And again, Steak Lorn. Love it. Put it this way. Does that work a bit better? There. So, I will try and remember to get your parcel out, Heather. Your stuff is there to be sent. I just didn't send it because of postal strikes. I will get... So these were swapped. I swapped 2 skeins of yarn with Heather. She sent me them. Then comes the Christmas present. I got these. Oh my God, the lighting's shocking. Right, we've got them, which are wee balls. There is one missing. It's on a project. I just can't find the project that it's on, which is going to annoy me. It's on a project done in the round. Yes, it is. There, 5th one. It's on a project. I'm happy now that I know where that is. So that was that. Then she sent me... I'm going to have to shut that window and I'm going to have to move you closer. This is Woolly Adventures. It is the Super Sock Set. It's a 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. You get 212 metres in the 50 gram skein and 85 metres in the mini. This is the purple and grey. Purple and grey. Absolutely love it. Now, I think I'm going to keep a hold of this until next month. And this is going to be February socks for Denise from Dear Designs, Year of the Sock 2023. Because February is violets. Taking a liberty because it's no black. It's grey, but I'm colourblind. I'm just going to kid on it's grey. It's black. Fine. So I think I'll do my February socks from this. And I think I'll probably just do vanilla socks. Possibly vanilla socks. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'll need to come up with a plan. So that was the yarn. And then I take it the ladies must have realised that obviously I've got a thing for like massive bags. I got sent this. Again, I can stick patch in it. I have taken this to the home a few times, and all Patchy's stuff goes in it along with my knitting. It has a drawstring top. How can I show that off? You need to excuse the dog hairs because a vibe's got a dog attached to me. It's a drawstring bag, so it can go huge. And this holds my Starflake. It is stunning. Now this bag is from So Beautiful by Nicola. Can you see that? Absolutely love it. This bag has had a lot of use since I got it on Christmas. So I've been very spoiled. Not going to lie, I'm very, very spoiled. This little... Thankfully this all goes into last year's total, not this year's total. All of that brought 2,477 metres into my stash for last year. Last year's over. I don't care. It is stunning. Thank you very much to everyone who sent gifts, and to Alex and Danny for their amazing yarn dyeing, and Mandy, wishing you all the very, very best in your nice new venture. So, the end of last year was slightly more productive. The first project that I finished was from Vlogmas. I'd gone through all my project bags to see what was getting kept and what was going. And I came across these. These are the Jelly Rolls by Mara Catherine Bryner. I think I was about... Obviously they've been blocked, so I had to take the stitch marker out. I think I was there, right? I didn't have that much to do. Not going to lie, I would like to thank Mandy and Denise. Or was it Mandy and Nancy? Mandy, Nancy and Denise, right? Because it was definitely Mandy. Cannot remember if it was Denise or Nancy who kept my chin up. This toe took an entire zoom. Now, our zooms can last for up to 4 or 5 hours is normal for our zooms. I spent the whole thing trying to remember how to do that toe. So, they are done. I have 2. They are finished. I am very happy. Modifications that I've made. I have put in the integrated heel by Ailbíona McLochlainn. Leave links up there. No, I'll leave the name up there. Leave the links down below. I'll apologise if you can hear scraping. He's got a bone. He's chewing it. I'm not taking it off him because then he comes and licks the tripod. Then you should start shaking, and it looks like it can bring on fits. I'm not going there. Basic sock with integrated heel. Done the integrated heel. I did a spiral dough just because I wanted something different. The integrated heel socks, that's definitely a paid for pattern on Ravelry or on Ailbíona's website. I have made a UK size 5 or a European size 38.5 or a US size 7.5. Look at me being all informative. The yarn is, the main body of the sock is Kinko Zigzag 3235, which is purples, and the wee rolly bit at the top, which is this, is, Kinko is a 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. You get 420 metres and 100 grams. This is Drops Fable, shade 330, which is Berry Dreams. That again is a 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. You get 205 metres in 50 grams. I used a 2.25mm higher sharp on a 9-inch circular and also on a 24-inch cord. The goal had been to get past the heel. Goal was to get past the heel. Obviously, I had got past the heel the last time you saw it on the vlog. Managed to get them finished. I am very happy. These can now go into my sock rotation. Sat in a pile. Next finished object. I used 44 grams or 184.8 meters. Very happy with them. Don't know if I would make them again. I got a bit bored doing the foot, which is why I went on to something else. I went on to other shiny stuff. Next finished object is Mr. Bark's Christmas socks that he didn't get for Christmas. He's got them now. Well, he did have them. And then I took them off him. These are the basic socks with integrated heel by Ailbíona McLochlainn, which is my favourite vanilla sock pattern. Again, integrated heel. Basic socks is a paid for pattern on Ravelry or on Ailbíona's website. I will leave links down below. I made absolutely no modifications to these at all. I used West Yorkshire Spinners, gingerbread, which is 3, no it's not, start again. I used West Yorkshire Spinners, signature 4-ply. The blue for the toe and the cuff is shade 360, which is bubblegum. I used 14.7 grams or 58.8 meters. The main body of the sock is shade 1109, which is gingerbread. For both socks, I used 56.81 grams or 227.24 meters. They are both done. They are both the same length. Look at me being all smug. Yeah, I do think the cuff might be one. This I think is one row longer than that one, but I don't care. Altogether, I used 71.51 grams or 286.04 meters. They were done on. Did I do them on a 9-inch circular? Yeah, I did. Oh, I did. I've done both socks on a 9-inch circular. Transferred them over to a 2.25 magic loop for the integrated heels, just to give me a wee bit more space. Absolutely loved them. I did get bored with them. I lost interest in them, which is normal for me. So they are done. They have been washed, they have been blocked. They are now going to be given back to Mr. Bark for him to wear them. Again, as I said during Vlogmas, Ryan doesn't care whether they're Christmas socks or not. He'll just wear them if he feels like it. Next project I am thrilled about finishing is my Anthology throw. Sorry, I'm sitting on it. It is done. The ends have been moving in with the exception of the one in the middle. This one hasn't been woven in. I will weave that end in. The rest of the ends, I've lost them again. The rest of the ends I just need to clip. I think that I've clipped some of them. It's just the last few. I need to go back in and make sure they're secured. So, here it is. Oh, I did leave the stitch markers in. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, I thought 9 had fallen out. 9 hadn't fallen out. It was through the back. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and day 24 is just binding it off. This was where I was the last time you seen it. I was down here. I have got it finished. I have got it blocked. I need to make another one. I'm not going to lie, I do need to make another one. I need to make a DK version. I do need to make another one in DK. It's a fair enough size for just laying over you. Not that you can see, but absolutely love it. See if I can pull it up. That is it in all its spectacularness. I am thrilled. Absolutely love it. It is a paid for pattern on Ravelry, or you can get it from the Curious Handmade website. Made absolutely no modifications whatsoever. I did change colours. Actually, there's one day that I think I might have been short. This one here. Here, I don't think I'd done the proper amount of rows there, so I might be 2 days short. However, I do have the right number of holes, so I don't know. Kind of looks short at this bit. As far as I know, I didn't make any modifications. I changed yarn when Helen Stewart told me to. I used the My Yarny Corner 2022 Advent. It is a fingering weight Advent. You got 24 20-gram minis and the 100-gram mini skein. I didn't do the 100-gram mini skein at all. I know Mandy. The other person has dropped right out my head. Mandy from Mouse's Makes is doing the full 20-gram mini in each section until she runs out, and then she's putting the next day in, doing the full 20-gram mini, and she's just going to keep going until she's run out. I didn't. I changed when Helen Stewart told me to, because my intention was to put it into my triangling blanket. I decided pretty much on, I don't know if it was definitely day 1 or day 2 of Advent, that next year I'm going to get to my Yarny Corner Advents. I am under no delusions that I am going to have any of my scrappy projects finished this year. However, I would like to put in Alex's yarn into them. So that's 2 Advents. So, well, technically it's 3 because I'm buying 2, but it's only for 2 different dyers, so we're fine. I need to speak to Alex about that. So the plan is, I will get to my Yarny Corner Advents next year. One will be for an actual Advent project where all the yarn can go into it. The other one is going to be 20 scrappy projects, because I love this. It will sit on the back of my cushion, and I can put it over myself when I will. See, this is the thing. I have a cat who likes to pluck at yarn, and I'm not wanting it ruined. So I don't know. It does also double up as a rather nice. Actually, I think I might leave it on my cushion, and I can, when I'm feeling a bit chilled at night, I can wrap myself up in it. I used a 3.75 high sharp on eventually a 47-inch cord. That lasted only a couple hours, and then I moved it back down to a 32-inch cord because it took forever to get round a row. The bind off alone took me 2 hours and 22 minutes just to bind it off. It took a while. However, I blocked it and everything. pointy edges, and it's stunning, and all my eyelets are all open. I could technically have blocked it bigger, but I ran out of bed. Didn't run out of blocking mats or pins, I ran out of bed to lay it on. The edges were pretty much dry. I love that colour. I think the next time I go to wash it, I'll do it when it's slightly warmer, and I'll block it outside, and that way I can block it slightly bigger. In total, I used 1,491.64 metres. I think I used about 390 grams of a 480 gram Advent. I do have a pack of ends, like what's left of the balls, to go into my triangle blanket. Today is going to be Scrappy Saturday. I am just going to sit all afternoon, and once I've done editing this and getting it uploaded, I am going to just spend all night adding these into my triangle blanket, because what I'll do is I'll do an entire row just fully my Yarny corner bits. Now, is that everything? So the total outgoing for last month, apologies for his bum shaking the tripod, is for last year was 470.84 metres. That was for the 2 pairs of socks that I'd managed to get finished by Christmas. The Anthology throw didn't actually get finished until the 5th of January, so that will go into this year's totals. So yeah, I did really well. Last year was a bit of a show. It was not my most productive year at all. The goal I had set myself was to craft 26,000 metres in 2022. It didn't happen. Previous outgoing was 18,998.09 metres. The 2 socks that I managed to finish in December, the 2 pairs of socks, no 2 socks, 2 pairs of socks that I managed to finish in December brought my total up to 470.84 metres. It brings my total up to 19,468.93 metres. Previous incoming was 14,711.16 metres. I have added 2,477 metres, which brings my total incoming to 15,131.16 metres. I did manage to craft more than what I brought in. Not gonna lie, I was a wee bit concerned that I'd actually over brought in. So to target, I had 11,067.36 metres. For the year, I had crocheted 624.04 metres. He's trying to eat socks. I knitted 18,844.89 metres. I didn't spin anything last year, and I didn't weave anything last year. I took part in the Ravelry Project Challenge. My challenge was to craft 30 projects in 2022, only done 26. Oops. So I only managed 87% of that. Projects that I managed last year. I made 2 blankets, 1 cowl. Can't remember what that cowl was. 7 garments, 2 hats, 2 shawls, and 11 pairs of socks. Did not too bad. Obviously last year, the beginning of last year was not productive for me. I'm kind of hoping that this year will be slightly more productive. I did think long and hard. Obviously, I start my new job in a couple of weeks, which means that I will be working full time. So I'm not going to have at least 8 hours every day to craft. So the plan is going to be to reduce how much I'm expected to put out. So I reduced my goal this year to 15,000 metres. And I've also added on that I am only allowed to purchase what I put out. My main goal for this year, obviously I spoke about it during Vlogmas, I want to start getting projects finished. I cannot find the bit of paper that had all my projects on it. The whole list has gone. I have no idea where that is. But the plan will be to finish off the projects that I have got on the needles, of which I have an entire box full of them. So I'm just going to work my way through. I have picked, I think it's 5 or 6 projects to work on to get them done. I'm swaying about one of my projects, whether to swap one of my projects out and bring in an Ailbíona project, because I don't have that much left to do on that, and that's pretty simple because it's Fisherman's Rib and then just doing the sleeves. So I think I might bring my circle back in. However, getting back to StashSmash, I have used 1,491.64 metres, which has set my totals this year quite high. I've made a really good start to this year. Mr. Bart's taking Patch and Arya out to play to give me a break, because Patch keeps running into the tripod constantly. So that set me up this year. Getting nearly 1,500 metres at your stash straight off is quite a good achievement. So I'm pretty pleased so far with January. I just need to get some more stuff off the needles. The Anthology throw I will be putting into the recreational knitting Whip Be Gone 2023. I'll leave details above, down below. That's quite a lot. I'm wanting to start getting back into Chinese crochet, my crocheting, spinning and weaving. Plan for this afternoon is going to be to spend at least an hour getting back into the spinning. Weaving slightly more difficult. I need to check my Craftsy account and see if I still have my membership to Craftsy, because I'll need to see how to warp up the loom. The reason the weaving dropped off the planet was because of my spinal problems. I cannot warp the thing up. However, I think on the back of my larger loom, I do have the pegs to turn that into a warping board, and I maybe just do it that way and just put it on that way. That might actually be a plan. I will need to check, because I think you need to put a dowel on it. Not 100% sure. I'll need to check that one first. So that's my plan. I've not brought anything in so far this year. I'm waiting on the My Yarny Corner update going live. I have placed an order with Mandy from Mouse's Makes. I will check with Mandy where her shop's going to be. I think she said she was going to do it on Ko-fi. I will link Mandy's shop down below, beside all my other crafty friends' shops. And I'm going to have a look when she puts stuff up. Watch her podcast, because she will tell you when she's doing an update. I've just remembered what I actually purchased for Mandy. Well, I haven't purchased it yet. What I'm about to purchase for Mandy, and might have 2 projects in February. So to Target, let's get back. For goodness sake. Let's get back. To Target, I am now 13,508.36 metres to my target. If I find that I'm being, obviously spinning does add quite a bit to your total. So I think what I might do is revisit the total in June, and it may possibly go up to 25,000. At the moment I'm staying at 15, with the possibility going up to 25,000. However, just thought of something else I can do which would work out even better for totals, because I could make a scrappy blanket using my loom. That could totally work. That could also be a plan. I could possibly go up to the 25,000 if I need to. I've not crocheted I've not got any crochet completed. The knitting is 1,491.64 metres because I've finished the Anthology. I've not spun anything yet and I've not woven anything. I am again taking part in the Ravelry Project Challenge. I forgot to write down what my challenge was. So I'm going to quickly go on and check. I'm pretty sure I dropped it down for the 30 because I did struggle getting 30 projects done. I did. I knocked it down to 29. Again, that can go up. I'm trying to think what I've got. Projects that will definitely get finished for this year is the Starflake and the Starflake. I'm definitely going to get them done for this year. Possibly 12 pairs of socks. So that brings me up to what? 15 projects. And I'm pretty sure I've got about another 15 projects on the go that I could finish. So yeah, 29 or 30 projects this year. At present I'm at 3% because I've only finished one project. I think that's everything. Yeah. Not bad for the first week in January, let's be honest. It's quite good. I've literally just said to Ryan, I don't know where my phone is. I plonked this bag down on my knee and I found my phone. So, in my Happy Coo bag, which was made by my lovely friend Rayleigh, who is, let's see if I can get this, Crafty Kiwi on Facebook. I've not bought bags for Rayleigh in ages. New Year's resolution, buy more stuff from Crafty Friends. This is my Vertices Unite by Stephen West, or as I like to call it, the My Yarny Corner Unite, because it's been made just in My Yarny Corner. This is section 1. This is section 2. I do need to find a bigger cord to stick section 2 on. I have finished section 2. Section 2 is finished. I'm about to start section 3. Yarns. 2 seconds to get this right. 3, 4 and then 5. Yes. Got it. So, yarn A is this. Not angled. Yarn 1 is this. This is My Yarny Corner. The Only Fools and Horses subscription colourway. This is it here. And it's called Tony Angelino. It's a 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. You get 400 metres and 100 grams. It does say 480. You did get a 20 gram mini skein. That's gone into my Yarny Corner C2C blanket. So I'm just using the 100 gram mini skein. So that's that one. My colour B is, again, these are all going to be My Yarny Corner because I wanted a My Yarny Corner Vertices Unite. This again, My Yarny Corner. This again was a subscription colourway called During the War. It was the Only Fools and Horses subscription colour. Again, it says 120 grams, 100 gram mini skein, 20 gram mini. The 20 gram mini is in the C2C blanket. You get 400 metres and 100 grams. It's a 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. It's stunning. It's Arya. Yeah, pretty much that colour. It's nice. So that was my colour B. So A and B are in this section. And section 2 is C and D. The yellow is C, the green is D. The yellow is not a subscription colourway, and it is Move Mountains again, My Yarny Corner. Move Mountains, 120 gram sock set was the word I was looking for. Oh, Jesus! I am going to kill my other half. The front of our house is considerably higher than the front garden. Our house sits on a bit of a slope. Okay, it slopes that way. So our living room is at the front. It sits there. And there's a drop. I literally, out the corner of my eye, seen something at the window and turned round to see Patch looking in the window. Got my fright. I'm going to be better this month. When I buy, I'm going to start putting when they come in on my label, so I know exactly what month it was. However, this is Moved Mountains. Again, I got it as a sock set. The mini has been put into the C2C blanket, which I'll show next time. 100 grams, 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. Love it. It's got bits of blues and pinks and it's stunning. Absolutely stunning. So I need to chop that off because that's been done. This one, I'm pretty sure I bought this either the end of last year, the beginning of this year. No. The end of 2021, the beginning of 2022. This is Troll Tree. Love it. Again, 100 grams, 400 metres. It's a 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. Absolutely love it. Look at that. Stunning. So that's my D. I am about to go on to section 3, which I think is just all E. If I remember right, it's just all E. And this one, again, is our Only Fools and Horses subscription club. This one's called Fatal Extraction. It's got purples. It's got flakes of greens. Absolutely stunning. Again, 20 gram minis in the C2C blanket. It is 100 grams or 400 metres. It's a 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. It is stunning. Absolutely love it. I did have scissors with me. Allow me to trim these off and I will get them woven. Right, so they've been trimmed, which makes my life so much easier. So I'm about to start section 3. These are going to be the first project that I'm going to try and get done. This is the start of the Stephen West Fest that I seem to be head first in. It's the first of the 4 Stephen West that I've got on the go. I'm only showing 3 today because the 4th one I need to fix. Anything else? I'm using a 3.75. No, I'm not. Yes, I am using a 3.75 because I'm using a higher sharp, which is here. And it's definitely a 3.75. And it's on a 32-inch cable. It's currently on a 3.5 that I moved on so that I could get the cable stoppers in. Because I have more Knit Pro cables than I do higher cables. This, I'm pretty sure, was the last place you saw it. And this is my stitch marker that I got from an advent swap with Raylene. Santa. So I will take that off and I shall shifty it up here. I am going to use one of my nice new Progress Keepers. We'll use that one. I'm going to use my nice new Progress Keeper from Danny and Alex. I'm going to stick that in there. that shows this was the last place that you seen it when I finished off section 2. And hopefully by the next time I podcast, I'll be on section 3. Or better still, finish section 3. This is going to be placed into the My Yarny corner. Take It Easy Make Along, which is a make along that Danny is hosting on, I think, Instagram. Possibly going to be Instagram because that's where I did see the post. So I'm going to enter this in. It's to make something that you find relaxing. The Vertices Unite is just all garter stitch. There's nothing else in it. A couple of increases, a couple of decreases. It's garter. It is a really, really nice knit. I spent a good couple hours on it last night, just finishing off section 2. Really enjoyed knitting on that, so that's, I'm going to try and get that finished. That make along runs until, I'm pretty sure it's the 1st of June. Pretty sure it's the 1st of June that make along runs till. My memory's like a sieve. I will need to check with Danny and Alex if it, I will link anywhere that the make alongs are. The Vertices Unite is a paid for pattern on Ravelry or on the West Knits website. They'll also be linked down below. Is there anything else? Yeah, that's it. So I'm very, very happy with that. I'm just going to continue working on that one. The next project is my entry into the Dear Designs #Year of the Sock 2023. The prompt for January is Snowdrops. I don't have a lot of white yarn. You can use the prompt as either the yarn or the pattern. I've chosen to do a pattern called Winter Snowdrop Socks by Sara Morris. I'll stick a picture in. This is a free pattern on Ravelry. If there is anywhere else that you can find it, I will link it down below. The yarn isn't really giving notes of snowdrops. However, I'm trying to use different yarns rather than just the typical merino nylon. Now, yeah, this one is. This is James C. Brett. I'm trying to hold it. James C. Brett Funny Feets. It is a, can you read that? 400 metres or 436 yards. It is 50% superwash merino, 25% polyamide, 25% bamboo. It's really nice. Again, the colours, it's a self-striping. I don't know how you see it. Self-striping. Now, in the skein, the colours looked a lot brighter than that. And the other thing I'm not entirely happy with, can you see that there? There is a splodge of blue in my yellow. The white goes patchy, the blue goes patchy, if you see it up here. It's alright. It is what it is. I will show you the pattern. Can you see that? I'll stick my hand in. That might look better. The pattern, you can see, there's little snowdrops. I'm just going to keep working on them. The pattern is nice. I'm not going to lie, the pattern is really nice. The yarn feels nice. However, for a commercial yarn, it's not exactly... Yeah. It's going to make a pair of socks for me. I'm not really that bothered. Modifications that I have made to the pattern asks you to do... It's like a yarn over, then knit through the back loop to make the increases. I was not faffing about with that. So I just done a normal wedge toe. I'll have to do some jiggery pokery when it comes to the heel. I have no intentions of doing a heel flap. I think it comes with a heel flap and gusset. However, I'm going to do the integrated heel. I like the integrated heel. I'll just have to jiggery pokery the numbers on that. But again, it's no anything difficult. The funny feet is 400 metres and 100 grams. What I would normally do is I'm making a UK size 5. I'm just going to do my usual, which is knit until on my sock ruler. Yeah, so on my sock ruler, I'll knit till there. As you can see, I've got a fair way to go until I get to there where I can put the integrated heel in. And then basically all I do is knit it back down. I always make sure that the legs of my socks are the same length as the foot of my sock. So obviously I work down till there and then I'll just put the cuff on. So yeah, I've got a way to go. I do have the full month of January to get these done. I do try to do at least 1 or 2 pattern repeats a day. I had tried, I think the first couple of days were made up to try to do the toe. Again, I do like a wedge toe. Can I do that without taking stitches off? I do like a wedge toe. I like that down my socks. So that was my plan, and I am going to stick to it. I'm using a 2.25mm higher sharp. I'm doing the two of them together. Yeah, they're socks. I'm going to just keep working on them. So that is those. I'm going to continue working on them. My next project. Me and this project fell out yesterday. Last night on the chat, I had posted a message on because Mandy was working on her Starflake as well. I should say this is a Starflake by Stephen West. This will be entered into Mandy's make along, which is the hashtag #Starflake for works in progress. So on our Zoom chat, I had said to Mandy, you need to watch because I don't think those numbers are right. Yes, Nancy, I know I should not doubt the word of our cult leader ever. I'll show you what I did, because it'll be easier to show you rather than describe it. So, this is section 1 of the Starflake. Loving it. So what it has you doing is, wait a minute to find it, because I need to find the front. So it's the front. So basically you start here and you pick up all these stitches, 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 and you stop there. That's what the pattern tells you to do. You stop here. What I did was I continued on down this side, which gave me 24 more stitches than what I should have done. Now, I never noticed that obviously it started here and I had it going right down to here. Now, you think I would have noticed. I've twisted it. So you start there and carry on to here. You think I would have noticed that mine started there and finished there, that something was off. No, I'd done 6 full rows of the pattern and I was like, this can't be right. I've obviously done something wrong. So I went through the pattern and found where I'd went wrong, which was adding an extra bit on here that shouldn't have been there. So I've ripped it out. I know what I'm doing. I am going to re-pick it up. It's not on for today. I'm taking a break from it. I will re-pick it up either tomorrow yeah, I think tomorrow I'll just have a Starflake and a Starflanket thing. So, colours, modifications on this, absolutely none. I'm just following the pattern. I'm going to try to follow the pattern as it's written and not just make bits up when I feel like it. So, yarn, as you can see, this is how much I ripped out. Not happy chappy. These are my own hand dyed. I've got a grey, I've got blues. Love it. Not gonna lie. Absolutely loving it. These are 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. You get 400 metres and 100 grams. I have 4. Because you need 2 of each colour. Or you could do minis. You can do whatever you like. So I've got my 2 of each colour. I am using a 3.5 and check, is it definitely 3.5? Yes, it is. I'm using a 3.5mm needle. This is a higher sharp on a 47-inch cord because I need it on a slightly bigger cord so that I can make sure that it's laying properly. Again, this is going to be entered into the Mouses Make Starflake make-along, which runs until the 28th of February. I'm going to have to get my finger out my backside and start working on it more, because that finishes on the 28th of February. And I have decided to do the brioche. I'm not great at brioche, to be perfectly honest with you, so I'm going to have to shift my bum and get that done. Starflake is a paid for pattern on Ravelry, or you can purchase it from the West Knits website. Again, I'll leave details down below. And so the Stephen West Fest continues, because in the lovely project bag from Mandy, as I said before, is my Starflanket. I have every intention of doing the Starflake and the Starflanket at the same time. Or, if I get too far behind with the Starflake, I'll ditch the Starflanket until that's done. I've got a few more rows to do on this. This is the Starflake by Starflanket by Stephen West. Again, it's a paid for pattern on Ravelry or on the West Knits website. Starflanket asks you to have 4 colours. Colours that I've chosen are white. This is all getting done in acrylic. It is a blanket. I have 2 dogs. I have 2 cats. I have a puppy who likes to chew. I am not using hand-dyed yarn because I would have to kill him if he chewed a hole in it. If it's acrylic, I can make another one. These are all done in Stylecraft Special DK. We have white, which is shade 1001, which is white. We have shade 1002, which is black, which is that one. Look, it's black. So we have white, we have black. Colour C is going to be Stylecraft Special DK and shade 1063, which is graphite. There you go. 1063, which is graphite. And colour D is going to be 1010, which is Matador, which is red. I have another few rows to add to my third parallelogram. In total, I need to make 8. So I've got another 5 to make. I started this last night. Done this in a couple hours. I was watching the TV at the time. Well, I wasn't watching TV, I was watching the laptop. Yeah, it's easy enough to knit on. I am using a 4mm Drops Classic needle, which, as I keep saying, is basically just Knit Pro Novas. And I'll adjust the cord to suit how big it's going. At the moment, I think I'm on an 80-inch cord. I think it's an 80-inch cord that I'm on. No, an 80-inch, an 80cm cord that I'm on. The Stylecraft Special DK is 100% acrylic. You get 295 metres and 100 grams. I'm using a 4mm Drops Classic. And this will be my entry into, well, I can't win anything, let's be honest. The Starflake knit along, which runs until December 23rd. I shall move my stitch marker up. Move my stitch marker up. And hopefully by the next time you see me, I will be on section 2. Is everything in this bag? Yes, it is. Or finish section 2, which would be a miracle. My next project, you'll be happy to know I've only got a couple more to go. In my lovely Naomi's favourite bag that I got from Heather is my Socks on a Plane by Laura Linneman. I'll stick a picture in, leave details up above, down below. I had done, as you can see, a fair bit. I have no idea what row I was on. So I thought, do you know what, I'm going to restart it again. And I did. I've pretty much just cast on the toe. Again, these are going to be an entry into Denise's Year of the Sock make along. As I was saying before, which I probably didn't finish because I was a wee bit distracted. You can use the prompts either as inspiration for yarn or for patterns, or you can just knit socks and enter it. It doesn't have to be through the prompt. The prompt's just there to give you an idea if you're struggling for an idea. I'm just going to work on these. I have made a pair of these before for Ryan. I can also use them for the My Yarny Corner the Take It Easy make along because they're simple, they're socks. It's a cable every now and again. I'm using Kinko Zigzag. I don't know where the ball band. Oh, the ball band is here. Me being professional. Keeping ball bands with projects. Clever me. This is Kinko Zigzag in shade. I'll do a swappy swap. In shade 4810, which is Bumblebee. Let's go purple in it. Again, it's fine. I'll just keep working on them. 75% superwash wool, 25% nylon. You get approximately 420 metres or 460 yards in 100 grams. It's alright. It's sock yarn. The Socks on a Plane is a free pattern on Ravelry. I have checked, it's not on the Knit Girls website. It is only available on Ravelry. I'm using a 2.25mm Haya sharp, and I'm just going to do them two at a time. I think that might have been why I ripped it out, because I'd done it on two 9-inch circulars and I forgot to put markers in, like the Snowdrop socks. Once I finished a repeat, I normally stick a marker in, and I didn't do that. So that is that one. My final project, which you will be happy to hear, is the Festive Cheer Cowl by Yarny Designs. I'll stick a picture in. I am blaming the lovely Alex from My Yarny Corner, because she has made one of these and it is stunning, and I've just dropped a stitch. I don't know if I've done enough that you can see. So this is it here. I am making the modifications done. I'm following the pattern as it's written. Size, I'm doing the large cowl. I have done the provisional cast on. I've done the first part of section 1. I'm now on colour 1. And you just put the detail in, and then you put in your next colour. Colours that I'm using, I have picked out a whole load of larger ends. Now, some of the colours might actually come out. Because I think there's a lot of green. There's a lot of greens in this. I'll maybe take a couple of the greens out and add different colours in. The plan is going to be I will have like a darker colour, then a lighter colour, a darker colour, then a lighter colour. That's my plan. It'll all be in some sort of 4-ply yarn. For the main colours, well, it's not the main, it would be main colours because the main colours, the black. The black is Drops Fable. I can't show you the label because it's there. It is shade 400, which is black. It's basically just black yarn. And then I'll have 24, I think. I'm pretty sure it's 24 different colours. I have run out of Progress Keepers. I'll use another My Yarn Corner one, seeing as they're sitting here. I will stick a Progress Keeper in. I will try to get at least another couple of colours in. I could do it on Zoom. Again, this is going to be the Festive Cheer Cowl is a paid for pattern on Ravelry. I forgot to say that. It's a really, really nice pattern. It's really simple. You just have to knit X amount of rows and then you put your detail in. It's lovely. I'm enjoying it. Thank you to Alex for encouraging my cast-on-itis. Festive Cheer was started in December. Socks and a Plane was started in September. Starflake and Starflake are purposely cast on at the end of December. Winter Socks won't count in the Vertices Unite. Well, all of these, if I manage to get them finished, will be eligible for the Recreational Knitting Podcast Whip Be Gone 2023. I'll leave details up above, and I'll leave the hashtag link down below. Karen is running a make-along where you finish off your whips. It's to get all your whips finished. I will be completely honest, there was absolutely no chance that all my whips getting finished in 2 months. I have far too many whips. However, I have picked the ones that I would like to have finished for the end of February. Realistically, I think I'll have them all finished. There's absolutely no chance of me getting the Starflake finished. I don't think I have the will to knit on that exclusively. I dare say I possibly could finish the entire blanket if I'd worked on nothing else. I have no intentions of working exclusively on it. So I'm just going to keep working away on my projects, and while we're having a wee chat, I'm just going to sit and knit on this. Last year was a bit of a show, let's be honest. It was not our favourite year last year. We're hoping this year will be slightly better. Mr. Patch has settled in well. Arya loves her puppy, as you can hear from the barking. That's them playing. Andrew's doing well. Mr. Bart's doing well. Ryan's dad is in a home, but he's not happy in the home. However, we are very happy with the care that he's receiving at the home. It is what it is. Yeah, as I said, start my new job in a couple of weeks. I am looking forward to it. Goal for the year is to try and be more, I was going to say more monogamous. I'm going to try and curb my urge to just cast everything on. I still have my list of projects that I'm wanting to make. I will continue to work my way through that. I'll need to check next time I see Tonya. I'll need to ask her if she's planning on starting them back up. If she does, I will not be casting on 4 and 5 projects at a time. As fun as it is to spend 24 hours casting everything on, I wouldn't be able to because I'm working. Holiday. Because I work on a Sunday. If Tonya is doing the cast on parties again, I don't think I'm going to be casting on as many projects. I might cast on maybe one or two previous point I've cast stuff off. If not, I won't be casting anything on at all. I'll just sit and enjoy the chatter and encourage others to cast things on. So that's pretty much everything. This has been a while. I apologise this is so long. I will hopefully have cut this down lots. It's not going to be cut down to an hour. I don't think I can get rid of 120. I don't think I can get rid of an hour and 20 minutes. But I'm kind of hoping to at least cut it down to about an hour and a half. I might need to cut out all the nonsense from Patch and Arya and stuff. That's my plan. I will get the thread open on Ravelry for people who can use Ravelry. The threads, the hashtags are open on Instagram. Remember to do that. I just haven't done the ones on Ravelry yet. I'll get them done later while I'm having a cup of tea. I do need to remind myself that I need to get the prompts in my diary for Denise's sock-along, and I need to get the dates for the make-alongs all put in to remind myself. I did go through and add them in to my diary, I'm not going to lie. I did go in and add them in. However, the way my new diary's set up, I should say I got rid of my physical diary. I now have a digital diary on my iPad. And I can add stuff in. And it takes my calendar and adds stuff in. However, I did forget that my calendar is linked to Ryan's calendar. And Ryan had a whole load of make-alongs in it. So I've taken them all back out. I'll just put them in the month. I didn't buy a physical diary this year. I purchased a digital one, which is kept on my iPad. So I need to go through and put the make-alongs in that I know are coming up. I need to put the month, each month I need to put Denise's prompts in. I'm going to pre-plan all them out so I can have at least, give myself a chance to get the yarn sorted or get the patterns purchased or whatever I'm going to do. Crafted resolutions for this year. I want to get back into the spinning. I want to get back into weaving. Another note for myself to check whether I still have craftsy or not. Because I do need to figure out how to work my loom without not being able to walk the next day. Plan going forward for the podcast. I will not be doing a weekly podcast anymore. I don't think I'm going to have the time to do one every week. Obviously, I'm going to be working, which means my productivity is going to be down a bit. So, I'm looking at doing a podcast every 2 to 4 weeks. Other thing I'm planning on doing is having Scrappy Saturdays where I work on scrappy projects on a Saturday. Obviously today is Saturday the 7th of January. Today is going to be the triangulum blanket. So all I'm going to do tonight is just work on the triangulum and start adding bits in. So each week I'll add in projects. Each week will be a different project, I should say. I currently have 6 scrappy projects on the go. I'll show you every podcast the work that's been done on each project. I may possibly do a bonus episode during the week where I'll run through where I am on each of the projects. If I know what the yarns are, I'll say what the yarns are. I need to try and get some of the scrappy projects finished because there's a lot of other scrappy projects that I want to start that I can't because I've got 6 projects on the go. Also need to find more My Yarny Corner minis, which involves me going through my mini stash. Just had the sudden realisation, I was saying that I was doing another anthology throw. I might count the DK yarn that's in my DK tray and see if I have 24 of them. That could be a plan. So yeah, that is everything. I do hope you have a very crafty few weeks. and I will see you back here again soon. Bye.